Amy, it's Daisy time. Isn't this exciting? This is our first one in CVMP, so this is awesome. Represent, huh? This is great. Yeah.
You read the story.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I'm going to start and tell you just a little bit about Daisy, because since we haven't been here before, and we have the family, which is awesome. So Daisy is an award that was started in the year 2000, and it was started by the family of Patrick Barnes. Patrick was a 33-year-old husband, new father, who unfortunately spent 6 weeks in the hospital dying of complications from ITP, and in the Seattle area. And in that 6 weeks that he was in the hospital, his family expected the nurses to be competent, they expected them to be intelligent, they expected them to be smart. They didn't expect the compassion that they got every day, not only from Patrick, but for them. And they were so, Daisy has a little something for that too. They were so touched by the compassion that the nurses showed not only to Patrick but to them, that they said after Patrick's death, they got together one night over a liquid dinner and said, how can we honor the nurses who are so compassionate every day and do it as just part of their job? But they wanted to call out how important it is to them and the families, or to the patients. And so they came up with the Daisy Award, Diseases Attacking the Autoimmune System. And they thought it would be a local award in their Seattle area, and it's now in every state across the United States, and it's an international award. We only give 12 of these a year, one a month, and this month it's Amy's. Nancy's going to tell you why.
All right, this is from a patient that you cared for, and you'll probably remember this patient. She says, I recently had a pacemaker put in, and this was a very traumatic and emotional time for me. I was then scheduled to have a stress echo test at the cardio heart unit at Mercy, North Iowa. Amy was my nurse, and she prepared me for the test. I was full of emotion and tears, but she sat and talked to me and assured me that I was in excellent care. During our preparations for the test, it was decided by the doctor and myself that a DEXA scan would be a better test for me because of my pacemaker. Amy said she could be with me for this procedure, even though it was in a different location than my stress echo test. When I arrived 2 weeks later for my DEXA scan and walked into the room, I was so happy to be greeted with a hug from Amy. All this time, she had been watching the schedule to see when I would be back for my procedure. Amy truly goes above and beyond in her care for her patients, and I hope Mercy North Iowa will recognize her with the Daisy Award, which she so graciously deserves. And she put a little heart there. Thanks, Amy.
Those little hugs and those little things that make all the difference, isn't it? Thank you very much. So, the great thing about Daisy is it comes with prizes. So, you're going to have this banner displayed for a month with your name on it. And you get this bag, and then Daisy partners with Kleenex, because there's usually never a dry place. And wear this Daisy pin very proudly, because you'll be part of an elite group now. And there is also going to be cinnamon rolls here, right? We got cinnamon rolls?
It's supposed to be coming.
Yeah. So,
Checked on it.
Yep.
let me tell you the story about the cinnamon rolls. So when Patrick could still eat, cinnamon rolls are excited now. When Patrick could still eat, he said to his dad one day brought him one of those big, ooey, wonderful looking cinnamon rolls that you get at the mall, you know, and Dad was going to eat it for himself, and Patrick said, oh, that smells really good, Dad, I think I'll have a bite. Proceeded to eat the whole thing, and then said bring these cinnamon rolls every day for him and the nurses. But with the Barnes family, the connection they want nurses to make and health caregivers to make with cinnamon is that, again, the Barnes family now goes around the world to see Daisy recipients, and nurses always say this is just what we do and how we do it, and they want nurses, again, to take a moment to pause and think about how special that is. So, excuse me, they say every time you bake with cinnamon, taste cinnamon, smell cinnamon, to think about how special you are. So we're going to have cinnamon rolls here today to tell you that. And then I think one of the best gifts of all, this statue is the Healer's Touch statue, and this is handmade by artists in Zimbabwe, and your artist has signed it. And this is a collaboration with Daisy. These artists feel so honored to make this statue of the Healer's Touch statue, because the healers are very important in their culture. And this feeds over 14 very impoverished families in this very impoverished nation. So they feel very honored to make this for Daisy, and I am honored to give it to you.
Thank you so much.
Anything you'd like to say?
Oh my. Thank you so much. Mercy has given me so much. I've been here 38 years and this is the best. Just thank you so much for everything. You deserve it.